Whatever. Oh no, not the big thing. Alright. I'm guessing that means we're live.
We live, baby.
They don't be giving us no warning, no nothing.
No, I see it. Y'all ready? Here we go, man. Don't start with me today, brainstorm.
It's just the light go red and niggas like, oh, we live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode number 69 of the DMSC, the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts podcast. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 69. That means this is the freak. Oh, this the freaky episode, huh? Episode number 69.
Episode 69.
I ain't even think about that.
To be fair, I did.
You did though. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Just to be fair, I did throw out a 69 episode when Penrose was here.
Okay.
And for my rebuttal to Brainstorm, it wasn't a slight to everybody else. He actually called me and said, "Hey, I want to record with all three of y'all."
Right.
But I said, "Yo, we beefing right now. I don't know what's going on."
Okay.
So it wasn't no disrespect on my end or Penrose end. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that.
I'll fuck Penrose up when I see him. What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome to episode number 69 of the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts podcast.
Ow.
We are back here. Thank y'all for tuning in on that Facebook live feed. Thank y'all to the people that will be tuning in on SoundCloud this week.
Yeah.
Playboy, what's going on, man? How was your week? How was your weekend?
Shit. Same old shit, man. Playboy the DJ, Playboy DA DJ. Regular shit, man. Work, kids. You know, that's about it, man.
Okay.
You know, that's about it.
You got the most simple weekends ever. You talk to Playboy on a Thursday, they're thinking like, man, let me tell you what the fuck happened now. You get there on Sunday, nothing, same shit, different, different clothes, you know what I'm saying? Same shit. Call this nigga Playboy on a Thursday. I guarantee you, I'll call him.
Right.
Challenge him. Right.
Yeah, man. Nothing major, man.
Then you're right back into it. Ain't nothing going on, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit, let me get those out the way. That's on the camera feed. My fault.
That's okay.
Paco.
Yo,
how's your
what up,
weekend,
though,
your weekend?
man? Everything was everything. I had a very exciting weekend, minus what Playboy was talking about. I had my biometrics done Saturday.
Okay.
And I'm just getting old, man, and I'm dying. That's just pretty much what it is,
Oh, shit.
Pretty much, if people don't know what a biometric is a health screening for your health insurance.
Right.
And if you in a group of people, they try to get your insurance rate lower than what it actually is. So they have you do these biometrics every year to see where your health is, and that determines where your health insurance, your cost.
Like your premiums and stuff?
Right. Your premiums and the whole nine, you know what I mean? So pretty much my blood pressure was good. I'm not a diabetic. And they said men's supposed to be like, in their chart, 200 or under. And I'm at 200 on a cholesterol chart. So I need to bring that down.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I actually think November, I think it is November. One of these months coming up is, I think, like a men's health month where you're supposed to actually do stuff like that and go get yourself checked out. And we are very big advocates of that on this show, making sure that, that we go and get our health done. I know, Playboy, you speak about it a lot because of some of the issues that you have going on at different points in time. So that's a big thing to go out there and get that checked out. We, as black men, we do not go to doctors. We don't go until it's past the point that we should have gone. More times than not. So.
Right. I mean, like I said, just on the humble, when I find out certain things about myself, as far as high blood pressure and shit, I did not know until I actually wound up just going, and it wasn't even a damn scheduled visit. It was an emergency visit because I was feeling some type of way.
Right.
But like you said, man, you just gotta, as black men, we definitely gotta really, really take care of ourselves, man, because like I say, our life expectancy ain't that long.
Not at all.
Just health wise, not even talking about the shit that goes on in the streets and different things. So really just need to take care of your health, man.
All right.
That's it.
All right. So, well, I'm glad to see y'all had a good weekend. Mine was standard, work, things like that or whatever. I actually did go do a party with Big Brother yesterday. We had to DJ a nice little end of summer cookout, fish fry type thing or whatever.
Right.
Good people's, good time, a lot of fun. I tell you what, that was a weed smoking family. Like you left before everything got started. Yeah. That was a weed smoking family. Them motherfuckers was lighting up everywhere. Like they had a box where we were set up that had a big ass box of Swishers. Yeah. And I'm thinking maybe it's like just a box that somebody had and then they maybe just was using it for store. You know, black people, we recycle everything.
Right.
I'm thinking maybe we just recycled the thing like the Crown Royal bat that's sitting here in front of Paco's laptop right now.
Right.
But no, it was like motherfuckers was just going. Motherfuckers was just going and grabbing. Yeah, they was just going and grabbing Swishers out of there. I was like, God damn, like it was just flowing over there. I mean, I was a little tempted myself to partake, but I was working.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
Yeah, it was hilarious from the jump. With the grandmother.
Yeah.
So real quick, we make this short and sweet. We setting up. You know, I came over there to help them set up the DJ, and we sitting there. And the grandmother comes walking out. She's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on? This and that." So we inside the garage chilling, facing the driveway. So apparently, what happened? She was facing it the same way as well.
Uh-huh.
So she seen her grandson running up. So she says to us, this little badass motherfucker, "Hey baby, what's going on?"
It was just like that. Swear to God. Here come this little badass.
Here come little badass motherfucker.
Hey baby.
That shit was hilarious, man.
I was on the floor laughing.
But that's how you feel though, man. Yeah, you love the kids, but
it was hilarious.
It was like out of a movie or some shit like.
It was what they used to say on the Kings of Comedy.
Yeah.
With Miss Odell or whatever. It literally was just like that or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, y'all don't understand this. I got a set of twins in the house and these two twins come up here too. Right. She's like, I love them, but you know, hey.
It was hilarious.
That shit was fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but like I said, outside of that though, man, for me, it was a pretty simple weekend. Hold on. It was a pretty simple weekend outside of that. Other than Friday, I had I'm chilling on Friday. I actually went to bed early on a Friday night. You know, I went to bed at I would say probably midnight. I mean, I was beat, literally. I'm finally sleeping good. Everybody know I don't sleep. About 1:50, 1:55, the fire alarms in the building start to go off. And I was telling y'all when we were on the balcony that I don't leave my apartment when I've been living in apartments too long. I don't leave my apartment when the fire alarms go off. I just don't. Unless I go outside and I see flames, and what did I tell you?
Right.
Unless I see flames and I see people jumping like it's 9/11.
Right.
Like they jumping off the buildings, that means I gotta go.
Right.
I don't go. But it was a fire on the first floor, and we had about 7 or 8 fire trucks pull up from like 3 different departments and this and that.
Pull up.
Yeah, they literally did. You know, I'm chilling thinking it's just something else. Somebody pulled the alarm or something small, but we had a bunch of fire trucks out there. They was hooking up the hoses and stuff or whatever.
Yeah. The area you stay, they definitely gonna show up, nigga.
So yeah,
in a jiffy.
It was about an hour straight of alarms going off, and I basically just chilled on the balcony and let them take care of everything that was going on the first floor. Unless they would have started yelling like, "Yo, y'all got to get the fuck out," you know, I just chilled. But that made me stay up the rest of the night. I really couldn't just go back to sleep after that. It just broke up my whole cycle, you know. So like I said, I did DJ Saturday night, and that was that. So for me, my weekend had pretty much been pretty cool too. Sat here and watched the Browns get their ass kicked again today. That happens weekly during football season. That's our story here in Cleveland. They made it a decent little game, but yeah.
Right.
What did we say last week? The same things we say all the time.
Every week, every year.
There are no moral victories.
No.
You know.
No.
They ain't where they need to be, and they ain't gonna be there for a long time. So.
No. What did y'all think about y'all president with the statements he made on Friday night and all that, everything that came out of that? We saw LeBron tweet on Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning. You know, I mean, it was him saying that, you know, that's the way young people talk these days. You know, he said you bum or whatever, and it used to be, you know, an honor to go to the White House. And it's not anymore. But what do you think about that?
You know what? I'm actually proud of LeBron. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he usually the one to stay out the way from a whole lot of shit and be politically correct all the damn time. And not pop off. But he actually popped off and said some shit. I was like, whoa. Like, really? Nigga? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the backlash is going to be behind it. But, I mean, we shall see.
Yeah, that's where I would give him a little bit of, give him some applause. Because I don't think that he avoids it all the time. I think LeBron picks and chooses the points that he needs to make or whatever. Right. And this one here is a huge lightning rod, and for him to speak out, period, in any way, shape, or form, it could always mess up his money.
Right.
You know, and so for him to put money on the line where people could say, I don't want to associate with him because he spoke out against the president or whatever, that to me is huge. Even though the motherfucker's never going to hurt for money again the rest of his life, and his kids won't either. But still,
right.
you don't want to be putting yourself in a position where you're losing money at this place or whatever.
Right.
So,
you know what? To be honest with you about the whole the Trump conversation, like, hey, listen, man, y'all know how we are here.
Right.
Like, so I know it's a problem for us, like, yo, because he's the leader of the free world right now. But at the same time, though, like, don't we want people to express how they feel?
Mm-hmm.
And I want let that hate on out, my brother.
Right.
Say what it is.
You mean from Trump?
I'm from Trump.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's just. I want to ask y'all something. Do y'all think we would win a race war between blacks and whites?
What I think.
No.
I think we would have to play something like that very smartly. What we would have to do, in my opinion, is hit them where it hurts, which is always in their pockets.
This is all hypothetical, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, this is what I want to
start and tear up the community. Yeah. I think it's with something like that, you have to be smart, and which means, again, hitting them in their pockets. I think as black people and as minorities as a whole, we hold a lot of power when it comes to finances. We spend a lot of money in a lot of different areas, and I feel like if we were to come together and say we're not going to go to say everybody came together, so we're not going to go to this establishment on some day or whatever, I think they will feel that. If we said we're not going to go buy this brand or we're not going to watch these shows, I think they will feel that. I do think we hold a financial power. So in that sense, I feel like you can win in a lot of areas in that sense.
Okay, so take for example, if 50 black players didn't play today in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very noble suggestion. Like I've saw people talking about that today.
They may get suspended or they may get fined.
But my point is, all right, if you say you don't play, who's going to take care of them? Because I've seen everybody talking about, oh man, it would have been better if they just didn't all play today. Okay, but all right, so who was going to buy their baby formula tomorrow if they didn't play? I'm saying, to me, I feel like the players are doing what they have to do within the confines of keeping my job.
All right, no.
How many people are going to get? Let's say
you're not waiting for that. Listen, if you have any motherfuckers, if you getting a check for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 every 2 weeks, I don't think you hurting that bad.
Right, I get you.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I know I'm talking to two sports fans right now.
No, I get you.
All I'm saying is, if none of them did nothing, not just 50, the whole NFL, everybody that played, the coaches, the players, nobody played, it would cause mayhem. We talking about gamblers. Mm-hmm. We talking about.
It shuts everything down.
It shuts everything down. It'd be like almost like a 9/11 if the black players didn't play in the NBA or play in the NFL.
Shit would crash.
It would crash.
Yeah.
I give you that.
The thing is, you have to be. The biggest problem within our community, personally, is the fact of unifying and coming together for a certain purpose. A lot of individuals look at it like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, or whatever the case may be. I personally just feel like you have to have sacrifice. Sacrifices have to be made in order to move forward sometimes. Just think about back in the day as far as like civil rights and different things. They had to, march here or march there or do this, get hurt, get beat up, get dog sicked on them, water hoses, all types of shit. They had to sacrifice their bodies literally in order to move forward and progress when it came to what they believed in. And standing up for what they believe in. And at the end of the day, it's going to take sacrifice.
So, I mean, I just wonder And I'm not saying they should or they should. I'm just wondering like what that would accomplish today. I say they would have say next weekend everybody says okay we're not all the black players and everybody said they're not and even some white players joined us. They said we're not going to play today or whatever.
Right.
Guess what? Trump is still going to be president for 3 more years.
Yeah.
Guess what? Whitey at the job still going to hate your guts when you go back to work on Monday.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying with that. Is
But all I'm saying
Where
is sometimes you got to prove a point. Is what I'm saying.
Right. But this is a country that's built off of just total hypocrisy. You know, the Constitution protects you in a sense as far as having freedom of speech and being able to basically do what you want to do in a sense as far as expressing your freedom. So you turn it around saying as a president that is the leader of the free world, as you say, you're sitting up telling me that, oh yeah, all the players or in the NBA or NFL that want to kneel and don't salute the flag or don't do whatever they want to do should be fired. How much of an idiot are you? That's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. Mm-hmm. I'm protected by my constitutional rights to be able to do what I want to do and express myself how I want to. You can call me unpatriotic, whatever you want to do. Look, no disrespect to people in the military or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to promote. But let's be real about stuff, man. That's the part that gets on my nerves. Motherfuckers ain't real about the shit that go on out here. Y'all know people ain't getting treated right. Y'all know people, are being treated in an unfair way. Like, let's be real. Mm-hmm. Constitutional rights is taken from people getting killed just because of the color of your skin. I thought we left this shit back. But you know what? You know what I thought about the other day real quick? I'm like, damn, this is what, 2017? This shit wasn't that too long ago when Martin Luther King then was marching.
I literally just said that earlier today. I literally said the same thing. I'm like, when it was 68 and it was the Olympic protest, and they had the fist up on the stand, when you had the summit, the sports summit in Cleveland, when it was Jim Brown and it was Kareem and all those guys, whatever, here in Cleveland, whatever. That was, I think that was late 60s, early 70s when that happened. Or whatever. And I'm like, but even that Olympic protest, that was 50 years ago, basically. And you're still talking about the same, you wake up on a Sunday morning and you're talking about the same thing that was happening 50 years ago. Right. Like, where has the progress been?
Right. And the thing is, like I said, my point is, when you really sit back and think about it, that shit was just around the corner. That shit just happened. We get caught up looking at it, the times back then, whether it be something as far, black and white, different technology or whatever. But the reality is, like you said, that shit was going on late 60s, 70s, and I'm an 80s baby. That was 10 years before I was born. Right. Which as well as I know now, 10 years go like that. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, this shit ain't too far behind. So it ain't like we just light years away from the bullshit that actually was out in the open. It's for real, just...
It's just coming back to the open.
It's coming back to
right. Go back to your point, where like you said, you would rather people just say it.
Yeah, just get it. Like, yo, man, like the world's so sensitive, the United States so sensitive, like with just people just voicing their opinions. It's just like, yo, say how you feel. And then that'll tell us how to move.
Right.
Because, as black people, man, we always down, but you can never count us out.
Right.
We're going to always make a way. We're going to provide a way. We're going to figure it out. And that's just what it is.
How the saying go, bend but don't break.
Yeah.
Right. You know how the shit go. You know what's real quick, you know what's so funny about this shit too? Is how it makes me angry inside personally, honestly. These motherfuckers want to get mad at Colin Kaepernick and blackball him from the NFL because he chose to kneel, right?
Isn't that racial discrimination though?
Right. So he kneels and he doesn't salute the flag because of the injustices going on in our country. Mm-hmm. Ain't it funny how he's so quick to motherfucking be like, oh, they should be fired. Mm-hmm. I can't remember a time where he spoke on a situation where, these guys is in a car, or for all these people that's been stopped or killed by police officers. I've never heard him once come out and be like, or any of the motherfuckers come out and be like, oh, he should be fired right now, the cops should be gone. Yeah. Why is it so hypocritical?
Because the cops that did the shooting look like them, and people who got shot look like us.
It's justifiable shootings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's bullshit what I call it.
Right.
It's fucking bullshit.
Well,
so miss me with that shit. God call him a bum too. Fucking bum.
Yeah. Well, I am glad that LeBron actually, again, take a step. And a lot of people, but I will say it's easier to do it right now because everybody expects you to, but I'm still glad you take that stance. Because people like Michael Jordan never did.
That's true.
They always sat there and walked that straight line, to make sure they kept the sponsors and the people that wanted to buy their shoes. LeBron said, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna speak out. And a lot of these athletes today, so I do commend them for that.
I think they get more respect from me. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like honestly though, like I love seeing LeBron and his little daughter playing hopscotch on
I saw that.
Instagram.
I saw that.
You know what I mean? Like that just showed me, hey man, like yo, I don't care how much money I got, I'm still raising my kids
To be regular.
to be regular little kids.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yo, man, I respect it though, man. Like, say what you want about them.
Right.
You know, call him whatever you want to, but talk about his hairline.
It's gone.
It's gone, whatever. You know what I mean?
That's
Right.
ridiculous.
Hey man, I just want Trump to just own it. Like, yo, man, if you don't
Which
really
is what
fuck
he's
with
doing.
it, yeah.
That's what he's doing, so that's cool.
I feel you, bro.
Barely though. He says like man, don't talk circles. Like nigga, just say what it is.
Okay.
It's a white man's world.
Chicken and chitlins are over there.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Real talk.
Chicken.
Say what you really want to say. Right?
Say
Chicken
what
and
you-
chitlins are over there.
Yeah. Say what you want to say, man.
Right.
Stop beating around the bush.
You can respect that.
Okay.
I feel you, Paco.
All right. So
I
speaking
know.
about y'all boy Brian, y'all know one of his best friends on the team is Tristan Thompson, and I read a report today that because we saw that Melo got traded yesterday.
Yeah.
But I read a report today that the Knicks actually was talking to the Cavs yesterday or over the weekend, and they were saying give us Tristan and other, like that pick and everything. And the Cavs said no. I don't know. It's like, would y'all have made that move? I mean, Tristan he's a rebounding machine, but he only giving you 8 points a game.
You want to know personally what I would have done? Look, first of all, much respect to Tristan Thompson.
Here we go.
Much
He about
respect.
to kick him, man. You about to kick Tristan and Chloe out of
Hey,
Cleveland.
get y'all Kardashian asses out. No disrespect. That's the homie. You know, I said that like I knew him or some shit. But no, like, you got to look at this is a business when it comes to his contract.
Mhm.
If they want to take on that contract that he got and give us Melo, and hey, dude, there's no guarantee what that pick or if it's gonna be a bust.
That's true.
Or what that's
true.
gonna turn
or
out.
even
to be.
what number is
Or
gonna be
even
that
what
year.
number that's gonna
Yeah,
be.
That's true. That's
If
true.
I'm the pick, the moves we just made with Jay Crowder, you know, and Kevin, we got Kevin Love, of course, he's already there. But the little moves that we've made, Green, versatile 4s and 5s that can play the 5 and different things like that, I think I would have made that move.
It's a smaller league now. I don't know, man. I they said the Cavs tried to get them to take Shump back, basically, and dump some salary or whatever. And New York said no.
Right.
I don't know if it really would have made the Cavs that much of a better team. We already don't play no defense as it is, and he's one of your only rim protectors on the team. So I don't know. But I know you ain't a real big sports fan, but do you think they should have kept Tristan for Melo?
I sadly yes. You know what I mean? Like
Good
Tristan,
Good choice.
Tristan kind of lost a little respect for me when he started dating Chloe, and you seen it all last season. This nigga pulling up at the game with cowboy boots and a purse. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, you just like yo.
right. And my hair, right.
Don't lose yourself, man. When you
Right.
that's for everybody. Man. Don't lose yourself when you dating a woman, man. Like
It
be
was
yourself.
almost like he wasn't as focused last year.
He wasn't. He got that big contract. He started feeling himself. He got that white bitch, and it was just all over with.
Got that peacock.
Shout out to all the white bitches. No disrespect.
Peacock coat on.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
White fur and shit.
Yeah,
Matching spurs and shit.
I'm along your lines. I probably wouldn't have done it, but I do feel like he took a step back last year.
Yeah.
I see Toya in the feed. What up, Toya? She said that she feels like they should have done the trade. Toya been on the waiver wire all summer long. I mean,
Yeah.
as soon as someone come over the waiver wire, Toya been like, "Yo, have you seen this Mo or whatever?" She be on him, but I don't think I would have did it. I think he's an important part of what you do in your whole scheme. And when the playoffs come, and he's getting you 8 to 10 offensive rebounds, those possessions are key in the playoffs. I couldn't have made that move personally. So that's me.
I feel you.
That's me. I don't know. Speaking of the Kardashians, did y'all see that they think that Kylie's pregnant right now?
oh yeah, I see that shit.
Throwing your life away at 20, pregnant. I listen to. I can't consume myself with nothing Kardashian. I saw it and I was just like, yo, next story, man. It's what is up with them and the ugly people they date, though. I will never ever figure out, though.
Man,
That's what they
my
own,
stomach
man.
Twists and I get sick of the stomach every time I think about the motherfuckers, man.
Mhm.
Just the way they just drove everybody damn crazy. Lamar Odom on crack. Fucking Kanye lost his goddamn mind.
Y'all saw them pictures of Kanye. He like looked like 75 pounds heavier. Y'all seen them pictures?
Yeah, I see.
Nigga looked like when he was in that car accident that one time. His face swole up and shit. That's how the nigga look now.
He going through the wire again.
To be fair, that's how you look when you get married and chill out in the streets.
That's true.
That's how you look.
That is
like
people at home cooking, you ain't out moving all the time.
Yeah,
whatever. I give you that. I give you.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you look though. So we make fun of that nigga, but you know, look how many bitches done blew up since high school.
Right, that's true.
You know what I mean? Look how many niggas done blew up since high school. Like, damn nigga,
you
was a jock.
You look at that one right now.
No, nigga, you not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
real
came
talk.
in second place for best body in high school. Yeah, I lost.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I
behind Rodney Starks. Yep, I know. I got the book at the crib, nigga.
You sound like you saw it.
Yeah, I feel some type of way, nigga.
Well, how Rodney Starks
I'll
look?
never let go.
I ain't seen Rodney in a minute though.
I ain't seen him in a minute either.
I used to see him every now and then around the city though.
That's not
But,
on me.
yeah.
Play football with him and shit. You know, through middle school. You know.
You
shit
still
like
work for
that.
the fire department?
As far as I know, it's been years since I seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But no, man, you right. You absolutely right. I mean, first and foremost, no disrespect to Kanye. You know, if you got something going on, whatever, hope you get better.
It could be a medical
no
thing. It could be.
Yeah, no disrespect. I'm just, a joke. But
Right, but we all gain weight though.
Yeah.
We all,
me,
you know what I'm saying?
nigga, I've literally put on 100 pounds.
You didn't gain weight, nigga, from 10 years ago, my nigga.
Oh yeah, I didn't gain weight. Definitely.
so
But
we ain't saying you 40 pounds heavier.
I
But,
ain't gained Kanye weight. You know what I'm
nah, but that's a part of life, man. You know what I'm saying? He eating good pussy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That
mean,
pussy.
pussy has been scientifically proven to put 10 pounds on
Yeah,
you.
right. Sweet pussy Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nigga.
Whatever you want to
What
call
is
it,
Sweet
man.
Pussy Saturday?
I guess Kim Kardashian making black eyed peas and cornbread now. Like, hey, whatever.
She got the recipe.
Yeah, whatever it is.
That
baby.
was the funniest. That was the funniest thing when she had that thing where they had like that cookout or whatever the one time,
Yeah.
and she was cooking like the black eyed peas and stuff like that. I'm like, really? Like, who gave you the recipe?
She looked it up on the internet.
Yeah.
That's how shit go.
I guess, hey,
Find
shout
anything.
out to everybody in the Facebook feed, Ryan, Toya. I guess Toya know all the 411. She said they only been dating 4 months, and she's sick. Oh no, they've been dating 6 months, and she only 4 months pregnant.
It's been. I didn't even know it's been 6 months and all and that much.
Damn, did she work
You
at
know what I
TMZ?
She,
I don't know.
Dear Toya, are you moonlighting for TMZ out there in Chicago? Is that what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Pull up on D-Wade. That's why they ain't bought him out yet. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what, man? I'm not a big fan of bringing no more kids into this crazy ass world we living into, man. This shit is wild and wicked, man. Real talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Nothing like
saying?
it used to be when we was younger. I'll tell you that much. I can honestly say that.
Yeah.
From my experience.
See, and that's a good point because you brought up a couple weeks ago, Paco. What was the question you asked? If it was, well, I forgot the actual money amount you put on it, but the basis of what you said was, would you take like 3 million or 5 million, something like that now, and just live your life now, or would you just go back in time to, I don't know, what's a good age you would say?
Right. No. It wasn't no age of going back in time.
Okay.
But it was just like, and I want the audience, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast listeners, the Facebook Live listeners, anybody I want y'all to actually think about that. Like, would you rather take the 3 million now
And live your life.
and live your life, or go back in time? It is no set
your
age.
knowledge, with your knowledge.
But what you know right now, would you rather go back in time?
Okay. Nigga done rubbing his ass. You want to start it off?
I start this bitch off.
Go ahead.
Me personally, I just know me. I'm going back in time. Nigga, 3 million right now, I can sacrifice going back in time. Nigga, 3 million, nigga, 3 billion. You know, I know, knowing what I know now, nigga, please.
You talking about Apple, Google,
I'm talking about all of that shit. If I was able to go back in time and invest in different
I didn't
things,
think about it like that.
I would definitely go back in time. I would go back to high school, right out of high school, my graduating day.
Okay.
And then from that point on, as soon as I graduated, I started investing in different stuff or starting different shit. Hell yeah. Plus, I would love, everybody got something in their past that they would love to redo.
Uh-huh.
You know, or do differently, or do better, you know.
You know what? I never thought about it from that angle when he first asked it. I just thought about it as, living life differently, having more knowledge about how things work.
Yeah.
What you're doing is almost like the Back to the Future thing, where he had the little sports book or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, he had the sports book, and he was able to just
Yeah.
place the bets and know who won.
Right.
Yeah, I looked at it as, all right, just having the knowledge of being older. I'm 36 right now. If I went back in time, how many things would I do differently?
Right.
How many different decisions would I make, and take a different path or whatever? Between the two, 3 million, I guess, ain't enough for me, even though I could probably make 3 million work. I mean, try me. If y'all got 3 million that y'all gotta do an experiment on.
Hell, you can spend two and then put one in the bank and live off the interest.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. So
you know what I mean? So
it's all about what you want.
So I would want to go back in that sense because I feel like I would be able to do more with my knowledge. As I feel like I would put myself in better positions and make better decisions where that 3 million, I triple that shit or whatever else.
But who's to say you gonna make the right decision though?
That's true.
I'm gonna take the 3 and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm gonna take the 3 and I'm gonna work it out. I'm 35. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just make it. I'm gonna take that 3 and I'm gonna try to make that 3 work.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it though, cause you got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to sit back and be like, oh, yo, well, hell, I ain't always made the best decisions.
Right.
And you got to think about, okay, so who's gonna put you in these positions where you can figure out certain things?
That's true. That's absolutely true.
You know what I mean? So you gotta look at the reality behind it on my end. So I'm gonna take the 3 million. I'm gonna run.
You don't trust yourself?
I think I.
No, I don't.
I think I definitely would go back because.
No, I don't.
I wouldn't necessarily need anybody if I know what's gonna pop off. If I got the knowledge, like you saying, we don't have the knowledge, but if we do have the knowledge of what's popping and what's going on, you can always invest in a company. You can always invest in something before, like stock. You can get it before it go public or right when it's going public. Like if I knew that, like we know about Google and different shit, I could go back in time and be like, okay, I know that Google is about to pop off on this date. It's about to go public on this day. Boom, I'm investing. I'm instantly 3 million. I'm instantly in a matter of hours.
Mm-hmm. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's just you looking at it like, all right,
that's if you money motivated.
Yeah, that's just you going back saying, okay, I know these things. I took the question as we don't know those things. Well, again, I took it as we don't know those things are going to happen, and are we just trusting ourselves to go back and live our lives right and make ourselves millionaires? Basically, is how I took it.
Right. Yeah, no.
If it's a money thing, I'm definitely going back and becoming. Rich.
No, I got you though, but man, that everything.
If it's a money thing, now if we talk about just life in general.
It's a lot of things that come into place, like brainstorm, like yo, what age are you at?
Right.
Who are your parents? Like, do you just automatically be like, oh, you 16 and just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start Apple or Google or,
no, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I get you.
But that shit been into existence before we was born though. When did Steve Jobs start Apple computers?
I don't know.
It wasn't when we were 16.
It was what was it called? Was it IBM at first or?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think he bought into IBM or something like that, and then he it's like, nah, I want to do my own thing. Right. Or something like that. Or he worked for IBM.
Right. It was something like that.
I know he started the computer in his garage, so I don't know.
I'm going to have to go ahead and check that movie out that you're talking about. For real. Like, you just got me. I'm going to have to check it out. Yeah.
Right. But just think, that's just one of the small, not small people, but just like, it's probably thousands more people that turned out great. Yeah. Absolutely. So we may branch on to one of them or come up with something before they came.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have a dope idea, a concept that you don't think that you maybe would have came up with if you go back in time or something like that. Or how many times did you see something where, especially today, where somebody come up with the most simple of a design or concept or app, and they be like, and you be sitting there like, damn, why the fuck did I not think of that?
But why take that gamble though?
Because
why take that chance of saying, okay, yeah, I'm gonna live my life again, and I'm gonna do everything right.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say do everything right. I'm speaking from a money standpoint as far as investing.
Uh-huh.
That's the way
I got you. I'm gonna take the $3 million.
Yeah, the way I took the question was, would you rather take $3 million now, or would you take your knowledge of right now and go back in time? Like I say, I personally first response from me is I'm going back in time because I could, when it's coming in regards to money and financial, I could have a whole lot more money than $3 million. Because truth be told, nowadays $3 million ain't a whole lot of money.
I just feel like
it's not.
No, it's not. It's not. I just feel like maybe it's just me thinking too highly of myself, which I don't think you kind of, in certain ways, can't think too highly of yourself. But I just feel like if I go back and you give me knowledge of how life is supposed to go and certain decisions that you should make as opposed to others, because think about it, how much of your early 20s, if not all of your 20s, but at least your early 20s, are you just living life figuring shit out?
Right.
Like, how much did you figure out the first time you moved out from your parents' house? Just about how life goes and things like that.
Right.
So in that respect, I just feel like if I got the knowledge already about how things are going to go, I feel like I'm going to be gravy living that shit over again. Now, technically, do I want to live a lot of that shit over? Nah, because, a lot of that shit you don't want to live with. But I just feel like I would be gravy knowing, like, all right, if you make this decision, man, Popo's around the corner. If you do this one dumb thing right here, nigga, you probably gonna go to jail if you do this or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And that's like what April was saying in the feed. She was just like, yo, how do you know you're gonna make the best decision going back there?
That's true. Like I said, I think it all depends on what you looking at as far as the question. From what perspective you're looking at it. If you just looking at it in a black and white, no shades of gray type of way, look, this money, or go back in having the potential to make more money. That's how I take the question. Mm-hmm. My knowledge. But then again, I think about it at the same time, going back period, and if you became that person that took all this knowledge and got all that money, what type of person would you become with that money?
Oh, that's a good one. Let me touch that.
Would I be Playboy James right now?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? Or would I be, take that?
Let me answer that.
Well, we know each other.
Yeah. Let me answer that real quick. Let me say what's up to Mike real quick. I saw him signing. He said, what's up, his birthday tomorrow. My younger brother, Mike. What's up, Mike?
What up?
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point, Playboy. How would that have changed us? Honestly, yeah.
Motherfuckers say money ain't gonna change them at all. Nigga, I'm here to tell you, yes, the fuck it would.
Everybody that sits there and says that money wouldn't change them, they're a motherfucking lie.
Dude.
I don't care what nobody says. If any one of us sitting here or anybody that's in that feed right now or anybody that's listening throughout the week, anybody that sits there and says, okay, if you can give me this much money, I'm still going to be this. No, the fuck you're not. You're not. Everybody's going to change when you get some money because, number one, you have to for self-survival because if you don't change, your people around you are going to eat you the fuck up.
Right. So from that aspect, now, let's revisit that question. Would I personally want to keep the $3 million now or go back in time? I'd probably take the $3 million. Because I know me, nigga.
You bastard. I would be like Trump. You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Stinking
no,
bitch.
I still think I want to go back. I want to go back.
Yeah, I get you.
I'll be out there on the island by myself.
I've always been a giving person, period. I've always had a big heart. So I can't necessarily say that I wouldn't be that individual that wouldn't just be like, oh, here, do this and do that. But I'll be out now.
I was looking at. You must be laughing at Ted.
Tez
said he tricking up.
Right.
Ted's gonna be making it rain in an alibi tonight.
I'm the first nigga hitting Kim Kardashian video. Trust me, nigga, I'm the first one that's hitting Kim. Nigga, real talk.
That whole
fuck Ray J, nigga, that's me in the video. We go back in time.
You really hit it first.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna have to take the 3, man, and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. 3 is cool.
Yeah, like 30 years, 20 years is a long time to fuck up a lot of money.
It's true.
Although I say I would love the opportunity to have $3 million right now and see how I can make it last, I just think if you get 3 right now, it ain't enough because again, and going back to what you're saying about how you have to change whatever, it's just not enough. Life and your people around you are gonna fuck you up, and $3 million is not a lot, like you said, in the grand scheme of things these days, or whatever. How many people are you gonna help out with $3 million? Like, let's be real. How many people are you gonna help out?
Yeah, you gotta think
You
about
got
your
brothers
family
and sisters.
too.
You got your family, whatever. That's not even before the bitches come. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
And you know, Paco got bitches. I'm gonna edit that out tomorrow. I'm joking.
He's joking.
Joke.
No, we're not gonna go there today.
I had to get him one time.
I appreciate the compliment.
But you party going.
Yeah, party going. Like, no. But that's true though, man. Like I'm thinking about $3 million, and I know I'm gonna blow the first 500,000.
Right.
I know it.
First day.
I mean, we all gonna be together, so I bet.
I know. Listen, I know each one of us gonna blow the first 500,000, but it's all about that Jay-Z interview. He like, I got chains too.
Yeah.
He like, yo, do this.
Right.
But still do that, do the other thing at the same time, though. Put yourself in a position
Right.
where you can win still.
Okay.
Buy the chains, kick it, turn up, but don't make that everything, though.
You have to quickly reinvest your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that comes with us asking this question at our ages right now.
Yeah.
We're all 36, 35, 36. Now,
I'm 26.
okay.
Yeah.
So 10 years ago when you were 16.
Right.
No, so 10 years ago when people was 25, 26, and you asked this question, we got a whole different outlook on it because of the fact that money really ain't gonna go that far. If you think you're gonna blow 500,000 real quick at 36, how much are you gonna blow at 26? Like really, think about that. So that's why I think this question is kind of really good at this age because we're at that point where you can have a good debate about, yeah, I might just take the money and chill. You know what I'm saying? But
I can see that.
But again, you gotta take care of your fam too.
Yeah, that's true. Now, what do you consider taking care of family?
Right.
Because me personally, listen, Matt, you gotta think, all three of us grew up from nothing.
Right.
And that's no slight to our parents or nothing like that. Like, yo, we grew up with nothing.
Right.
We watched our peoples struggle and work hard for theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So of course we get a couple coin. We gonna do the obvious
Yeah.
and blow that shit.
Yeah.
Because we like yo man, like give our parents 200,000. They gonna run through that shit because guess what?
They ain't never had it before.
They ain't never had it before either.
Yeah.
Right. I know. Yeah. Real talk.
They ain't never seen it. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I'm not shitting on nobody
No.
at all.
No, I
I'm just
know
saying,
what
like
you're
nigga,
saying.
we just like
To me, taking care of family is, as I always say, you have those debates on when the Powerball gets real big and everybody's playing it, and everybody's talking about, well, what would you do with the money? What would you
Start
do?
making lists.
I always say, and I know my brother watching, I see my sister-in-law just signed in too. I always say, one of my big things, if I hit some money like that, I'm going to give you a set amount. Like, I want to clean up your credit because to me, that sets you on the right path, period.
I think credit is everything.
Clean up that credit. So your debt, I will wipe out your debt, and then I would give you a set amount, and I would say, that's your money. I'm not going to question you. I'm not going to judge you. You do whatever the hell you want to do with your money, but don't come back to me for nothing. I'll give you a certain amount. It's like, all right, cool.
So what's that certain amount though?
It depends on how much I got. Nigga.
And who do you extend that to? Do you extend that to?
Don't put me on the spot. Don't put me on the spot on the video and on the show. Because somebody hit the lottery tomorrow and they're like, I heard your show. You told me you was going to give me 500. Well, bitch, I'm giving you 20.
Yeah, listen, hear me out though. Right. So, all right, so boom, you got 3 million.
Okay.
Right? 3 million, all right, some guy come to you, a wizard, or I don't know, Aladdin. Like, yeah, you get 300.
You talking about Sega before the
Yeah, Sonic, 300 million to go back into the future. So I'm gonna take the 3. So boom. So with this 3 million, who do you help out and what do you do for yourself? And how much do you give to the people that you help out?
3 million ain't enough for me to do a lot. So what I would do is literally wipe out debt for my brothers. Whatever their debt is, I'll pay it. I'll pay that.
Because
and I'll wipe
technically,
out my debt, and my parents don't have to work, obviously.
Listen,
Y'all chill.
Technically, because our debt really isn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You talk about people, like, nationally, like, people's debt. People have hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
Right.
So you take an average person that grew up in the hood with nothing, with bare minimum credit, and don't know how to work their credit.
That really ain't.
They may have $7,000 in debt.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. You got a credit card or two that you went crazy on right when you got to college or some bullshit
So
like that.
so debt in the hood really ain't that bad, and people stress.
But it's still holding you back though.
It's still holding you back, but $7,000 to the world isn't a lot of money. But to us, we get trapped in this mentality where, oh man, I got $7,000 worth of debt. But you got America that's in trillions of debt. And it's just like, oh, we still free country.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how the typical American live with that has money or has came from money. It's just like, yo, it's just a bill. I got life insurance. I got bills. I know once I die, all this shit gonna be wiped out, and my people still gonna get a lump sum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how they live. That's how that average American live. It's just like, yo, I'm straight.
Mine's the same.
The average American with money or
right.
middle class.
Yeah. Give me $3 million. I know exactly what I'm doing. It's that simple. All my siblings getting $100,000. My mother's getting $250,000. There it is. I'm keeping
That's
the rest.
it. You disappearing?
That's it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, look, that's
do what y'all do.
That's a good.
I like that.
And think about
I like
that. That's
that.
a good amount because with 100,000, I got, for me personally, I got two brothers. If I gave them both 100 G's, they could knock out their debt and still have a ton of money to do with that. I mean, that's a ton of money to buy a house still where they want it and be set up. Like, because, all right, let's ask this question. Is it your job to make sure that everybody's set for life at a certain point or whatever? Or is it your job to just take care of yourself and make sure that you good? Like, I'll take on the responsibility of being like, all right, I came up. Again, I'll set you on the right path. But it ain't my responsibility to be like, all right, well, for everything you do from this point on, I can always bail you out. Or something like that. And I'm not saying that they make bad decisions. I'm just saying just a general argument about it or whatever.
Right.
That's all. So that's a good amount of money, 100 G's for siblings or whatever.
Yeah, I give my siblings 100,000.
I probably wouldn't put a cap on my parents, but hey, y'all better not all of a sudden get expensive habits. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they got
I mean, don't you know? We ain't gotta be 5-star dining every night. Like y'all go to Applebee's for 2 for $20 right now and be happy. You know what I'm saying? You can still be happy 2 for $20. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I don't know. I think $100,000 a
April
sibling.
keeps saying who is everybody. She keeps saying how big are our families. I mean,
Right. Listen,
y'all got more
she's trying to
siblings
get us
than
in
me.
trouble. But I think $100,000 per sibling is a lot of fucking money.
yeah. I personally have 3 siblings.
Listen, I would rather buy them houses cash, let them keep their regular day jobs, and let them just pay the property taxes on it. I think you win the steal.
I think so too. I think so.
Listen, it just say you in the worst area, not worst tax paying area. Just say Solon, you know where, or you in Solon and you paying, or Aurora, Solon, maybe $6,000 a year, as far as taxes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Taxes. Okay, yeah.
I would rather you pay that nice area. And you still working 9 to 5
in the state, all that stuff or whatever.
Right.
Your kids are good, everything else.
Find you a house for 100,000 or something like that. Well, boom. I'd rather get you in a situation where you at least be in the area where you are good. You know what I'm saying? You're in a nice house, maybe cop a car for you or something like that, and you cool.
Just a car to get from here to there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Something simple.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna buy you no Ferrari, no Wraith.
Right.
The doors go that way.
Right.
Rolls Royce, bitch.
Right. I'll be driving
That way. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
I'm pulling up to the barbecue.
No, right, no. But
the Camry's parked over there.
Right.
But you gotta listen. Listen, at the end of the day.
You should.
At the end of the day, somebody.
It's the one with the 12s on it. But they clean.
Listen, somebody is gonna get the short end of the stick, and not everybody's gonna be happy.
Yeah.
You know what the crazy part is, Paco? To interject real quick. Let's be realistic. No. I'm saying, I'm feeding off your point. The realistic part of it is that when individuals that you deal with, as fam or whatever the case may be, they should be happy with whatever you give them.
It
But they're
sounds
not.
good. It
But
sounds
they're
good.
not. Yeah. But
It's
you know
like
that can-
niggas
but
gonna be
you-
like, I gave this nigga $20 to feed his family and put gas in his car back in 2005.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Niggas
he
gonna-
owed me 100 bands. You know, like, whoa,
I got
whoa.
RAV4s for all my sons.
What if it be negation? What if it be on negation? What you remember where they got the ledger or whatever that show all the illegal activity? Niggas gonna come out with a ledger like, nigga, in 1998, nigga, you wanted some fucking Funyuns from the store, nigga. You ain't have a quarter, nigga. I gave you a quarter, nigga.
The interest on that.
Yeah, you put the interest on that shit, nigga. That's about $375 right now, my nigga. Nigga, that's a bunch of Funyuns, nigga. It's a bunch of Funyuns. You know what I'm saying? I was saying, nigga.
That's the party size, man.
Hey, listen, I don't know, man. Like, what do you do?
Right. I get you.
What do you fucking do? You're not gonna please
You
everybody.
can't.
Fuck
I
it,
mean,
let's just go to Vegas.
and we only talk.
Fuck everybody.
I'll smoke for everybody, nigga.
Hey, you know we getting them joints with the jacuzzi tubs, for the 10K.
Yeah.
You know, listen, we niggas, we gon' spend the bread.
Yeah, like you said, you said 500 gonna be going off rip. Off rip.
Yeah, I already know. Nigga, I'm spending 500 on a car myself, so I know 500 going off.
Nigga, what cars you getting, nigga?
Nigga, I don't
You are
know.
really going back to the future. You put 500
Camry in
car.
the 30s.
Now-
All the customization is gonna take.
Now,
Hold on.
this $3 million is with no taxes though.
You talking about no taxes? That's a good.
Cause if you add taxes on that $3 million,
Yeah.
just cut that in half.
Right.
So yeah, 1.5
Now who are you
now.
helping? Really, who are you helping at that point? It's
You
got to
want-
be immediate family, and that's it.
It gotta be.
And it can't be that much because you got to take care of yourself first. I think taking care of yourself in a lot of instances is underrated.
But we didn't come from selfish families though.
I get
that
that.
is true.
I get that. But I
You know what I'm
still feel
saying?
I
Like,
still feel
it's
like it's
just-
underrated in some sense because sometimes because we didn't come from that, people forget about the fact that I gotta eat too. Like yes, we're all in this together. Like I saw something on the internet this week where they were saying how it was like a meme or a post and somebody was adding up how much this person pays in rent and this much pays in a mortgage and this and that, and it's like, well, how come families just don't come together and everybody just get a big ass house and everybody live together and that
Big
cuts
ass
all
house,
those
everybody
and
has
all
different wings and shit.
That shit sounds good in theory. Who the fuck wants to live with everybody like that? And everybody's like, well, these other races do it or whatever. You know, the Chinese people do it. They all get together and it's like, but
Oh, you talking about that dude that was in Texas and they had this big ass.
it was just a meme that I saw, but it might be a real life thing.
No. This was a video.
Okay.
Like I forgot who this guy was. He was in the tech world or he was like a CEO of a company and he bought this complex, this house, and all of his siblings live in this house. Big ass house. I mean, everybody got their own space, their own
Right.
area.
I'm about to say their own wing. Or
Their
section
own
of-
wing,
yeah.
with their own kitchens and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
they all live together, but then in reality they don't.
right.
That would keep costs down. Now that's an idea.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Buy a house, make sure you got different cooking areas and things like that, so you really ain't got to see nobody.
Right.
That is an idea.
What? And then too, when I was dating your best friend, like when we went down south, here we go, look at this face. Look, when we went down south, she showed me areas where it was just like families that just own acres to themselves.
yeah.
I can get with that.
Think about it
That's
though.
like where I live too. Literally, there are families that. Oh, go ahead. No, finish your point though.
No. Look, all I was trying to say is, I mean, it's all about your living expense. I can go out to Hollywood with my homies
Right.
and try to buy a house. That $3 million gone.
Oh, gone.
Or $1.5 million gone.
Yeah.
Now, if I can go down south where I get these acres for $3,500
Right.
per acre
Right.
or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, even up here, they like $8,000 or $10,000 an acre right now in Ohio.
Yeah.
And so,
I get that. I saw that where I lived in South Carolina. There were a lot of people who. It was one person I was trying to talk to at one point, and I remember the first time I went to her house. But see, where I was at, it wasn't even completely houses all the time. Sometimes it would just be a bunch of land, and they had trailers where they lived or whatever. But it was like I remember going to her house one time, and it was like a bunch of land. I mean, land as far as you can see, and it was like, okay, well, this person lives here, and then this person's trailer is here, and then we got this house here for our grandmother, and then back there that person lives. It was like a bunch of land, and everybody did live there, but it wasn't built up the way we would build it up here. Like down there, like they had a couple trailers, this and that, but it was still their land.
Right.
So maybe it's
the Millers, the Lucius, the McDaniels,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody was in that same spot. But, right.
Yeah. And to piggyback on your point too, you made a very good point. Like you said, that 1.5 is gone. Well, truth be told, probably that 3 is gone. I'm gonna tell you why. If you buying a house that's 1.5, the expenses, the upkeep of the house, you gotta remember the upkeep of the house, furnishing the damn house.
Right.
You looking at about 2.5 right there, like real talk.
So pretty much what I'm saying is, if I had a family,
right,
I would just go down south.
I agree with you.
And get
parts of Georgia, Mississippi, these rural areas, and guess what? We gonna buy all this fucking land.
Right.
And we all gonna live on this land. Everybody got their own houses.
Right.
Everybody got their own cars. Just know that my house is gonna be the biggest house on the field. Yeah, right. Yeah. Don't come to my house.
Nigga, I ain't got no sugar for you. I ain't got no coffee. Don't ask me. Go get your own shit.
Right. And guess what, though, man? It was just beautiful to see families live like that down there.
Yeah, that's dope.
And they had a little store, and they fucking had chicken gizzards and honey mustard chicken gizzards. I'm like, I never seen no shit like this.
Right.
That's the first time
you got all that time.
That's the first time you saw the turkey ribs.
Yeah, right. I go to the club. Their club is just all brick building, and the parking lot was dirt, and I'm in there like, I gotta kill him tonight.
Hey, yo. No, yeah, you ain't killing shit down there. You in there overdressed in the
overdressed, and they like, yo, man, they in there with dirty t-shirts on, and I'm like,
you remember the spot?
You ain't from here, bro. You did that,
You remember the spot we went to? Remember the spot we went to?
Oh, right.
I
can't deal with that spot.
The one time we went with John, me, you, and John.
No, when we all went.
And then the time we all went too. We was just it was off of back road.
What was the song?
That was off of dirt road. That was off a street in the cut. I mean, that's how you get there. I shit you not.
Brainstorm.
It's trees, and then all of a sudden it opens.
Brainstorm. What was the song that had our ears ringing? You remember?
I cannot remember.
Shorty Low. Dun 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 dun. Boom 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 boom. I'm talking about car.
They had like car speakers in
They had car 15s.
God, he ain't lying. They had like 15s and 18s in that bitch, man.
They had house speakers. They had car speakers. I'm talking about the center blocks was vibrating.
Nigga, it was. But the
dun 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 dun
I actually met somebody that night too. I can't even lie. That was a good night.
Shit was wild, man. Shout out everybody in the group. April, the Asian culture. What up, Cap? What up, MTV? I seen you in here.
Signed in there.
Yeah. What up, Tez?
In Columbus this weekend. If anybody's near Columbus, go to MTV's birthday party. Friday night, right?
Yeah, MTV. Yep.
Yep.
Shout out to him. Shout out to his birthday. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it, and that's real talk. And he know that already, so I want him getting upset with me.
Shout out to his podcast too, man. Poolside.
Oh yeah, what up, Poolside Chats? You know what I'm saying?
That's a dope concept.
Dope concept, man.
Especially, sound like a Hollywood nigga though. You gotta be sitting by the pool with some bullshit or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
MTV, my fault. I didn't get a chance to get back with you, nigga. The shit is dope, man. I didn't get a chance to get back. But he was texting me a couple weeks, like last week or so, telling me to check out the shit. And it's dope, my nigga. Real talk.
That Hollywood shit, man. And then he come home to Columbus like he just a regular cool
nigga.
Right.
You know I'm just regular.
He's sitting out poolside in Hollywood talking about I'm doing this show. Then all of a sudden he in Columbus talking about, hey, who gonna go get some wings with me? And like, nigga, get out of here, nigga. You was just chilling with bitches at the pool last Friday. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here, nigga. We saw you. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
What up, Cap? Down in Florida. What up, April? Yeah, and that's what she said. The Asian community, you see them motherfuckers jump out that little Mazda van.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Going up in a spot, living together.
When I got my hair cut last Thursday, and I went to the Chinese restaurant up the street from my barbershop. I mean, the little Chinese chick was in there doing her homework. She saw me walk in. She had to stop doing her math problem. I felt bad. She had to stop doing her math problem to take my goddamn order. You know what I'm saying? Like they build around each other. They're all the whole Asian culture. Everybody is everybody in that spot working right now. I'm pretty sure it's the whole family in there or whatever. Hey, they do that. Of course, that's not what we do. We're not built that way. We're built to grow up and get away from family and things like that or whatever.
I think we should do an experiment.
Okay, come on with it.
I think we should do an experiment like these other people do, as far as start off with something small, a goal of something that we want to get or try to do, and everybody put their money together to do it and see if we can do it.
Yeah.
Like real talk. Like, I mean, that's what it takes, because that's what these other people do, man. That's one thing that I hate that we lack. You know, not everybody lacks it, but the unity aspect of
We
it.
probably,
at the
we
same
probably
time,
lack
though,
the bigger picture.
We get
aspect.
a hold of knowledge, man, and we want to keep it to ourselves.
Exactly.
Even with this podcast thing, even with our own businesses or DJing or plumbing or whatever our trade is, like, yo, we get a hold of something. It's just like, nah, I ain't telling nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's like the secret. It's kept with me,
Right.
and I want to do it first,
Right.
and I want to be the best at it, and I want to do this, and I want
Because
to.
you gotta be the king.
You gotta be the king.
My homie from next Friday. I'm the king. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be the king with it. Like what did you just say? Just know my house gonna be the biggest one out of all everybody's whatever. You gotta be the best
Like
one.
my nigga from Paid in Full said, nigga, everybody want to be the man just cuz.
But hold on. My house gonna be the biggest, but I still gave y'all little houses. Though. You know what I'm saying?
I still feed the peasants. You know what I'm saying?
Right. His house in the front and then the rest of the shit in the back.
I don't know. What y'all gonna do?
I feel it, man.
Nah.
I feel you. I think that it's absolutely it's worth checking out. We got some things coming up that we're trying to do. We need to, you know,
we gonna put this to the
we need to
test.
put this to the test.
'Cause, yeah, we know we had the show where we talked about how much all of us that went to Vegas, you know, this year in April, how much we all spent per person and how much we could have done if we would have took that. Just saying, everybody needs a vacation. So let's not act like the vacation was a bad thing. Let's put that on the side.
Absolutely.
But how much we could have did with how much each one of us spent personally on that trip.
Right.
And if we would have put that money together, what could we have done with that money, or what we could, what could we have invested in, or anything like that, or whatever. So yeah, I agree with you. You know, maybe we should do that experiment to see about everybody come together with just this amount of money, and let's see what we can do. Let's see where we can put it, or let's see what good we can do with it. I don't know.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't know.
I agree. I think it's worth trying out because you never know. Like you say, you think about Vegas, what we spent, whatever the case may have been. We're looking at easily over 10 grand.
Out of all of us?
I mean, out of
everybody.
All of us. No, we were over 20.
I'm just throwing out a number just as far as just through, rooms and eat. I'm talking about every expense that you can think of that you had. Easily.
That's true.
Easily.
Right.
But like I just said, man, you gotta do that to keep sanity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta do that to keep sanity.
Right.
But we gotta do some of this other shit too, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To keep that, to keep you to the point where you're able to spend money like that on sanity. So
right.
you gotta win, you gotta play. You gotta win, you gotta play.
Right.
It gotta be the equal balance of both.
Right.
I mean, that's how I look at it, man.
I agree.
So at the end of the topic, okay. All right, so the $3 million. This is after taxes. So you want to say, all right, boom. So you got $6 million, and you got $3 million after
taxes.
After taxes.
So that's your money.
Cut it in half.
Mm-hmm.
That's your money. So $3 million. So what you gonna do with the $3 million, Brainstorm? What you gonna do with the $3 million, Playboy?
I'll let you go first on that one.
Shit. All right, give me $3 million right now. Literally, I know my brother's gonna be mad, but hey, $3 million right now. My parents ain't gotta work no matter what. It's just my father trying to retire anyway. It's just
That's
all right.
fair.
Y'all chill. I'll buy a house. All y'all gotta do is sit back and chill. I got y'all taxes. Like no matter what, I got y'all taxes. Y'all can just relax. They've earned that. Again, with my brothers, I will literally wipe up y'all credit. Whatever debt y'all got or whatever, I'll wipe it all up. If you got vehicles you're paying on, I'll pay off the vehicles. Whatever. Basically, I'm giving you a clean slate. I'm not saying you ain't got to work no more, but I'm giving you a clean slate to say, the decisions you make from this point are your decisions. Now, I'll probably still give you a little bit of walking around money or whatever, just a little pocket change. You know what I'm saying?
Peasant money.
No, I'm gonna say I'm giving you a little bit of walking around money just because of the fact that it is what it is, you know. But that's it. I mean, you may have a close aunt or uncle or a close good friend, you know, that you might want to be like, all right, I'll make sure I'm gonna help you out and things like that. Of course, you're gonna do that, but you gotta limit who you're gonna take care of. I mean, because you can't, if you put yourself in a position of trying to take care of everybody, bruh, you gonna be broke. You're gonna be right back with everybody else broke. So again, the immediate family and, you know, like I said, a aunt or uncle that's really close to me that I've really been close to, and a good friend or two that I know that I've been close with for years. After that, same thing, you know. So like I said, I'll help you out. I'll clean up some stuff. I'll give you some walking around money. Boom, that's it. Rest of the money is me. We'll do what I gotta do with it.
All right, Playboy.
Investing in catfish. No. Me
Delicious.
personally, catfish are delicious. No. Me personally, as far as my siblings, first person I'm going to is my mom. I am going to pack her up and send her to Georgia where she wants to be. That's where she wants to be now, and I would definitely make that happen for her. Buy her a home. You know what the thing is? My mom was always expressed by, you know, my father not, you know, being alive right now, you know, by her being a widow. She don't really want a big old home or nothing like that to be living in by herself. So I would get her a fly little condo, you know, something that
she good to go.
Yeah, she good to go. Get her, you know, pay off, you know, get her another car, pay for a car, boom, put some money in her account. You know, that Wraith, nigga. You know. See my mother now, Ghost Ride.
That way.
My mother coming down,
how did doors open up again, baby?
Right. Yeah, we'll be sitting there for hours. Just like,
how she gotta call you on the phone every time she gotta figure out how to get in and out the car.
I can't figure out how these doors open. You know, your mind, your old people be like, man, like, you know, it's a nice car,
but I don't even know how to get in it.
How do you work? The OGs be, how do you work
the
this?
The doors go that way. You know what I mean?
Right. No, but I would get my mom. I would set my mom up, move her out the state, move her down south where my sister is, because I know that's where she want to be. Get a nice little spot or whatever. I personally would just give my siblings money. I'm gonna tell you why. Just because I want them to be free to do whatever it is they want to do, or whatever they want to do.
That's a good point.
You know, I could buy them a home or do this or do that, but I want them to spend their money how they want it. That way, they can't come at me and say, "Oh well, you didn't give me, you know, this or that or this."
When
or
you
that.
say, "Yo, this is it,"
I would.
Right. I'd be like, "Yeah, definitely."
Me personally,
that's why I said 100,000. I'd be like, "Look, Tony, Jen, D, boom, you go $100,000 right here.
It's your
That's
money.
it. Do
No
what you
questions asked."
Now, that's not to say that, because see, I think with that 3, I would personally invest in us, podcast. I would invest in DJing, the things that I love. I would follow my dreams at that point. I'm not working for nobody no more at that point, like real talk. I will try to put them in positions if, you know, things progress like I wanted to as far as business aspect.
Like you my manager.
Exactly. If they want to jump on board, they can make money that way, you know, after that 100,000.
Right.
You know, that's how I would pretty much do it.
I got you.
That's good. That's good right there.
I don't know. Like I said, man, I would take my family to a foreign land who all wanted to come.
To a foreign land?
Yeah, you know, I'm talking about, you know, where the land is cheap.
I get you.
And the cigarettes are cheap. You know what I'm saying? I'll take them down and like, yo, man, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if
basically everybody, y'all can come with me, but once we get down there, it's just.
I mean, think about people like Dave Chappelle.
Right.
Even like I was watching an interview with what's the white boy name? Owens.
Oh, Gary Owen.
Gary Owen.
Yeah.
Like, yo, these motherfuckers.
He was on Breakfast Club. Yeah.
Yeah. Even like people like Bernie Mac. Like Chicago is expensive to live. I know Toya and Jovan can attest to that if they still in the group. But yo, it's still cheaper than living out in L.A. And so they used to trip off of Bernie Mac because he used to fly in and fly out to get back home.
Yeah,
right.
So it's just like, yo, I think I would love to do something like that. And think about, you ain't got to worry about being seen here or being seen there
and being bothered.
TMZ ain't surfacing around Dave Chappelle little city in Ohio.
Down there in Ohio, yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can run around and they know their neighbors. It's cool. I got
Anybody bothering
land.
them, all day long or whatever. Yeah. Can I
Right.
get a selfie? That's not all you trying to do is have breakfast with your wife and your kids. Yeah, I get
Right.
that.
You get what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to face that. And I think I will want to live a life like that.
I get it.
I feel you on that.
Well, overall, I thought it was a bomb ass concept. Honestly, a bomb ass question or whatever. I guess the last thing I'm gonna ask y'all before we get out of here, since we talked about would you go back and things like that, is there any moment in your life that if you could go back, that you would go back and live over? Now we didn't talk about this at all. I just wanted to hit y'all with a little curveball real quick. Is there anything in your past that you'd be like, if it was one moment, you'd be like, man, I would go back and do that again, or whatever?
I think me personally, I think no kids. And even like
You mean none, period, or you
none.
would wait it longer?
None. No kids. I want to have no kids, man. Even though I love my kids to death, but I think to be able to move freely, and I would have been out the state of Ohio and lived, and it was opportunities. Even like when you lived down south, you was like, bro, just come on down.
I still people out of town like, come, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, that was your vision, though. That was your baby. You know what I mean? So it's just like I had to figure it out for myself. So it just couldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna just leave my. If I ain't had no kids, no responsibility, cool, whatever. I go down here and try to figure it out, but nah, man.
And then what's funny about that? I always feel like y'all. It's a lot of y'all that would have made it down there. I mean, I was trying to get John on the phone. John had a job. I mean, I've said it before. Johnny Boy had a job. They was going to hire him in the office or whatever, but it was the same thing. His daughter was up here and things like that. But it's like the hustle that a lot of y'all have, man, y'all would have made it down there because y'all was hustling so much harder than the people that lived there.
Right.
I mean, so yeah, I get that part.
Kids and women.
Yeah, everybody going down.
I regret fucking so many bitches. You know what I'm saying? Kids and women, man. Like, yo, man, I would have done away with that. That's what I would have did differently. No kids, no bitches, and more books.
Marcus said he left the wifey and the kids behind when he moved to Florida to get everything set up, and then he brought them down. I respect that move. Hey, I want to ask you, if you're watching, I mean, while we're still going on, how long did you leave them for? When you said when you moved down there to get set up, how long did you leave them for? Like, how long was that gap and that break? But go ahead, Playboy.
I think I got a couple things.
What's up, Jackie? I see you in the feed.
I think I got a couple things real quick that I think I would go back and change. I would have pursued my sports career more in high school.
Took it more seriously.
I would have taken it more seriously because I think I think I had talent and I could have, kind of. I ain't saying I could have, went NFL, nothing like that, or
Don't sell yourself short.
But I'm
don't
sweet.
do that shit.
I was sweet. You know what I mean? So
You crossed me once.
yeah, I crossed him up.
My ankle still hurts.
I crossed him to the next century.
Every now and then when the weather changes, I still feel it in my ankle.
Oh shit, that motherfucker.
yeah, right.
Hey, boy,
I
Jay.
know
That bastard. that son of a bitch, like Trump said.
No, but I think one thing that I take for granted that I always said that I think I would have did differently. I think that I personally would, when I first moved out of state, out of high school, a year out of high school, I would have stayed. I think I didn't take full advantage of the opportunities to blow up and follow my dreams in a city that was hot at the time to be able to do what I wanted to do.
Okay.
I quickly, just digressed from what I needed to do. Now, on the flip side, what Paco said, I think the one thing I definitely would change in my life, like number one out of everything, was the type of women that I fucked with. That's definitely my number one.
We was in our 20s. I mean,
Yeah.
like what you expect when you're in your 20s, though.
I mean, I definitely would change some shit.
Okay.
But as far as something major life, as far as my life, I think I would have stayed out of town, a little longer than what I did. So that's fine for me.
I guess if it was me, what I was talking about, I mean, if I was to think about it, I guess my biggest thing is I would probably, when I went to school in Alabama, What I would do is when I left and came home the one time, I probably would stay at school down there. Because I left and came home. I went to school down there and I didn't really know about financial aid and things like that or whatever. So I didn't really understand the fact that when it was a time where I should have stayed down there and should have stayed in class and things of that nature or whatever. I just didn't know about the money situation and how to find extra money and things of that nature. So I left and I came back home.
But what I tell you,
what?
I said, don't come back here.
Mm-hmm.
I told you that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't saying nothing, no against shitty about Ohio or nothing like that. But what happened?
Take a look at the camera.
Okay.
But no, I did feel what you were saying. It was like you said, I should have stayed. That was one of my biggest things. I should have stayed and kept along that path and kept doing that thing. Right. But I didn't, and so that's that. That's probably like my one biggest thing. And then the other thing for me probably would be if, I guess when I was down south, I should have at some point, even though I was down there for 6.5 years, when I moved down for a job, I should have left out of there a little bit earlier than I did. Right. I rode it all the way up to the end until the job closed and everything like that because the pay was great. So I, at some point, should have been like, all right, you know, it's time to move on or do something different. But I didn't when I should have, and then it brought me back to Cleveland, and I've been in Cleveland ever since. Not saying that I hate being back home or anything like that, but it's just the fact that if I would have moved on my own terms, maybe I could have went on and went to Atlanta like I was planning to do at that time, or Charlotte or whatever. But when I got my back up against the wall, I didn't have a choice. The only choice I had was to come back to Cleveland.
Yeah, but man, you know, even like with Atlanta, man, it's so fucking congested down there.
Oh, it definitely is now. Yeah.
You know, I love it. The beautiful women and the beautiful trans that's down there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna co-sign it. I'm not gonna co-sign it. I'm not gonna co-sign that part.
Hey,
listen,
I'm not co-signing it.
But Bobby, you know for a fact though, we was back and forth down south all the time as kids.
Right. We were moving them packs.
Right, we moving them packs, nigga, them burp, woo, you know. But nigga, you know as well as I know, even back then, it was congested then.
Yeah.
This is when we was kids.
Like 95, 96, 97, like.
Was, you know what I'm saying? It was congested then, so imagine what the shit is like now.
Yeah,
like,
it's just retarded, man.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't do Atlanta.
Yeah, no.
That was on my plan. I mean, that was on my
when
list.
When I first moved down there,
right.
I was cool.
If I was, you know, if I was gonna go south, it'd probably be Charlotte.
Charlotte is still on my list.
Yeah, it would be Charlotte, even though Charlotte getting kind of overcrowded too. Really is. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I would move out west.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So that's kind of what you would do differently at some point.
Yeah, you know, and I seen comments in the group like what April was making. It's like, yo, I don't, you know, regret my babies. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I would do things differently.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do things the right way and meet that one woman and have kids.
And y'all never separate.
Well, we never separate, and we got one house and everybody's in one household, and we all love each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It'll be different though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love my kids, but
in that aspect, I take the knowledge and go back in time.
This nigga done changed like 9 times. I mean, goddamn, but we don't.
Give me this 3 million.
The reason, no. I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the knowledge. It's certain things.
Okay,
as a man, as far as knowledge, and I would take back and be like, okay, we do this shit a little different.
Hold on, Cap said Nashville. What's in Nashville?
I've flown through Nashville once before going to Memphis. Actually, I landed in Nashville. We got picked up in Nashville, and we drove to Memphis. Nashville actually seemed like a decent place. I don't know if I would go there and live personally myself. But it seemed like it was a decent place. I actually had a good time in Memphis, so that's cool. I see Jackie said that if she went back, she would say she would start a family and stay a family. So same thing that you were saying.
Yeah, right.
You know, so I think that's a good thing to do with people.
Right. In April, hey man, fuck you, man. Pull up, man. Tired of you. It's been time for you to be on the show.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to work that out on one of these Sundays that we actually get her in here. You know, get the whole schedule time together so we get her here. So Marcus said Nashville booming though.
He said
I know a couple people that moved down to Nashville. Yeah, definitely.
So again, I've never visited Nashville. I've only drove through. I thought Memphis was cool, but I hear people tell me Memphis all the time in Tennessee. They be like, yo, dog, you don't want to go to Memphis. I thought Memphis was cool, but maybe it's only because I was only visiting there.
Right.
It was fun.
But if you be real about it, just about every place got their hood and got their spots and different shit. It's crime everywhere.
Yo, when I went to Memphis and I was on Beale Street and they had metal detectors to get on the strip, and this was like Memphis in May. Or May in Memphis, or whatever they call it. And that's when the Gladys Knights and all these performers come back, and the rappers, everybody come and perform. But nigga, we was down there, it was all these old school cars, big ass wheels, beautiful ribs.
Was it chill?
It was chill.
It was chill to me when I was there, and I was there on New Year's Eve. I mean,
it was niggas on the sideline ready to shoot. So 45 in Memphis would probably be cool, but if you still like to hang out and kick it, I don't think 35 would be. Man, I don't think Memphis would be the spot.
What I took from Beale Street was a lot of like country chill type of shit or whatever. To me, that's what I took. But maybe I misread it or whatever. Maybe I was a little bit oblivious to it or whatever. I took it as it was just a good ass time. It was a good food. It was a lot of good ass music. I be so focused on the music a lot of times that I miss a lot of shit. So I don't know.
A lot of live music too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this joint up.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in on this Facebook. Thank y'all for the comments and getting in on this conversation with us with these topics that we had today because we like y'all opinions. You know, I like knowing that I would do this, but y'all would do something a little bit different. So thank y'all for tuning in with that. Playboy, go ahead and give them your goodbyes and everything.
Yeah, Playboy the DJ, man. Playboy D-A-D-J.
On which social media are you on right now, Playboy? I mean, I just want you to let me know. Let our listeners know, like, which one are you on right now?
Listen, everybody got their flaws, okay? Okay? I'm weak. Where I'm weak, y'all strong. You know what I'm saying? This is not, look, I'm getting shit together. I'm going to be okay. I have made it a constant goal to be better.
To stay out of DM. Is that what it is? Oh, hell no. Okay.
No, I mean, you know, I will get things together as far as that. That's a promise.
So Playboy DJ is coming on the
You can find him.
My job. Yeah. I'm on second shift.
Monday through Friday.
Pull up, nigga. I can have company.
All right.
That's about it, man.
Go ahead.
I don't know, man. You got to control your hoes. But anyway, yo, man, Black Paco, BOKPACO. Find me on all social media, the Twitters, the Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, you know what I'm saying? And that's it, man.
All right.
Yo.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, next week, man, y'all gonna have to let us know what y'all sipping on as y'all watching and enjoying the show with us. Like everybody going to let us know what they sipping on. But thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah. We will be back with y'all next Sunday. Remember, email the show dmst16@yahoo.com. Any questions, any responses, any topics you would like to see us hit on the show, email us right there. Catch the show on SoundCloud on Tuesday and in iTunes, Apple Podcasts. You'll find us there. On all social medias, you can find me, IG, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat, DJ Brainstorm, the number 4, the letter.
You better buy that property down south and feed your family. Snapchat me them acres.
Snapchat me them acres.
Right, 3 million, bitch.
Right, looking for land.
Snub, yeah. Sign in. Like Snub, you late. Yo,
yeah, right. Snub, late as hell.
Come in right at the end of the show. So, all right, yo, we gonna catch y'all next Sunday, man. We'll be back out here doing our thing next Sunday afternoon. Peace, y'all. The Browns gonna win next week.
Right. Peace.
Peace.